How's it going, YouTube? Tyler the Hotshot Hauler here, guys. Guys, we are out of business. I have decided to call it quits for the hotshot trucking industry for the time being. I want to talk about why this came to be, and let's talk about the reality of the trucking market right now, okay? First and foremost, I didn't leave hotshot trucking because I didn't have money. I didn't run myself out of money. Nothing happened besides me just working myself to death and not making enough money. Guys, this has been a struggle for months. As an owner-operator, guys, you're probably going to work anywhere from 60 to 80 hours a week. And when you are working that hard and at the end of the week, you're only bringing home, after clearing direct and planned expenses, if you're only bringing home anywhere from like $300 on the low end to like $1,000 on the high end, that's not enough money, guys, for your time. Every now and then, you have weeks where that does happen. But guys, the market right now is just horrible. It has been consistently on this downhill trend. And the reality is, freight sucks, rates suck, and the amount of freight sucks. It's just, there is nothing out there. And there's so little freight that the rates are so terrible. And everybody's trying to keep their head above water. Guys, it has been so hard for me over the last 2 months to even remotely try to keep my trailer filled whenever I run the road. And I've been struggling to get back to the house at like more than $1.45 a mile. So it's really not worth your time at that point. The other reality is, guys, my local work has basically dried up. Basically since last fall, I have been anticipating that as of like a month ago, that my phone should have not stopped ringing for local work. And that's not the case. In the last month, I've had 1 day of local work that overlapped with another local work customer, so I had to choose one. Since then, I've had 0. Nobody has work, guys. That is the reality. Most of the customers who I work for, they have a few of us haulers, and they basically have picked their biggest and most capable hauler and try to keep one person employed because they can't spread out the wealth between multiple people anymore. There is not the work. That is just the reality. Guys, it's not worth the time. There is just not enough freight out there, and there's not enough work right now. The economy sucks. Everything with our economy and our financial situation and everything to do with our country right now is just an embarrassment. And it is not worth the time to try to sit here and try to run a business and try to battle it out in the most cutthroat industry that there is. It's just not worth it, guys. It is tough to find freight that is able to keep the trailer filled and able to make any money besides covering direct and planned expenses. You have to pay yourself, guys. You can't just work for free all the time. Yes, it happens. You have bad weeks. But guys, this is like consistently, when you're getting back to the door at only making 20 cents a mile for a whole week of work, that ain't worth it. And that is the reality. So I decided to call it, guys. I called it about a week and a half before my 1 year mark. It's just, I'm done fighting the market. That's the thing about the hotshot trucking industry is no matter how hard you work, you only control a very, very small percentage of your success. Your success is dictated on the economy, the available freight, where you are, what equipment you have. Like I always say, guys, right place, right time, right equipment. And there is just not enough freight out there. And everyone's hurting real bad right now across all walks, but the trucking industry, guys, it is horrible. Unless if you're like a company driver and they got some massive contracts for like big companies, guys, the owner operators right now are hurting real bad. That is the reality across like the market is everybody's hurting, but owner operators always feel it the greatest on when it's good and when it's bad. It's a very sharp double-edged sword. But guys, the reality is being non-CDL at the very bottom of the barrel, my window for freight is less than anybody else. It's not worth my time to try to keep battling. So that is it, guys. the channel will still be coming out with content in the coming months. I don't have any plans to go back into Hotshot Trucking for any time in the near future. However, if I do go back into Hotshot Trucking, guys, I will go back as CDL. But I do not see that happening. I have had a good run as a business owner, but the reality is I am so tired of working as hard as I had to work. And it just, when all you're doing is working, you forget about everything else in your life. It's very important to not forget about those parts of your life. And sometimes, no matter how hard you try to keep the other parts of your life in order, the business always takes precedence. And that is what is so hard to manage. When you are in charge of everything, it's tough to make it all work, guys. Not worth your time at all. For all that time away from home, all that stress, all that heartache, not worth the time. That's the type of stuff that's going to put you in an early grave and a lonely, miserable life. That is it, guys. It has been a good run. I have thoroughly enjoyed Hotshot Trucking. But we are going to quit while we are ahead. We're going to sell off the majority of the equipment. I still will be keeping the truck in one trailer. But everything else is getting sold off. And it is time for some major changes in life. Got lots of big plans. I will be posting a video in the future here soon about what those plans entail. But anyways, guys, I really appreciated all your guys' support. But I know I'm not the only one out there who's hanging it up because the economy sucks and it is too hard to try to maintain a profit. I started a year ago and just the drastic amount of change I've seen in the last year is just horrendous. I couldn't imagine what some of these guys who've been in the industry for a very long time have seen because I don't even know how anybody can remotely stay in business with how the economy is right now. It's crazy. So that's it, guys. I really appreciate all your guys' support. Like I said, there still will be content on this channel. The future of this channel, I don't know where that's going to be yet. We're going to figure that out in the future. But for now, guys, that is it. So thank you for watching, guys. And if you guys are going to be staying out and staying in this business, I wish you all the best of luck. Once again, guys, thank you for everything. Thank you for all your support. And hopefully the channel will start up with something else, different content of something else down the road, whatever that may be. But for right now, it's time to take lots of time off and got some big plans ahead. So thanks, guys, and take care.